Life and Trap Podcast, episode 6. We out here with Choco Latoso.
Yes, that's me.
What's your name, boy?
It's Chocolate.
Chocolate. Here with the boy Andrew. We're out here with special guests. Been excited for this one. Been talking about it for a good while. Big ups to Nate out here, TC Cider House.
What up?
So
how's it going?
Introduce yourself, man. Let me hear something about you. What's going on with you, man?
Well, own the cider house for about 2.5 years now, and just kind of hanging out, getting paid to give people delicious drinks and
There you go.
chill out myself. You know?
Okay, and I'm drinking. As you can see right now, he hooked us up. We got the tropical three-way, right?
Tropical three-way. It's a mixture of Pina Colada from Blue Mountain Cider Company, Pineapple Excelsior from Schilling Cider Company,
Okay.
and the Papaya Paradise from Cider Boys.
Oof.
We mix those three together, and it's like the cider version of Sex on the Beach, but better.
There you go.
You know, it's the tropical
There you go.
three-way.
Hell yeah. Okay, and then you have the peaches and cream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's in the peaches and cream?
So that is the Locust Vanilla Bean, which standalone is good, but
Fire.
it mixes well with just about anything.
Okay.
Case in point, the Cider Boys Peach did half and half in that, and it's literally it's peaches and cream. I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, it's fire. That's my favorite one so far. I think is that one. This one's up there as well, but I like the bear honey flavor.
Oh,
is my
the
favorite one.
yep. So that's the I believe that's a Schilling. No, that's an Incline. That's Incline Cider Company out of Seattle, and that's kind of like their sister company. And then that's just a good hopped cider, a little bit on the sweet side. And
Okay, well,
so delicious.
So thanks for having us.
yeah, thanks for having us. Cheers to
Ah.
episode 6. Thanks for having us here.
I appreciate you guys coming down and
Yeah, man.
doing this.
So, were you coming from were you born and raised here? I mean, where did you come from somewhere else, or?
Not born here. Moved here when I was 4 or 5.
Oh,
So easily 3+ decades.
There you go.
I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
Other than that, lived in Portland for 2 years from 2014 to 2016. Got out right before that election, and that was a crazy winter. So we had a bad winter here. It was like 8-9 inches of snow or whatever. It shut Portland down. Like, I seen pictures of it. People were parking on the bridges, getting out of their car, abandoning them because you couldn't go anywhere. I was like, that's a good time to leave. That was a good time to leave.
Jeez. Okay.
Just moved back here from that and really got into the cider world. Figured out, there's an alcoholic version of apple juice, because loved apple juice, loved the non-alcoholic ciders when I was a kid. You know, I'd drink the stuff all the time, the Martinellis, any of the non-alcoholic stuff. Anytime I had an opportunity to drink the sparkling ciders, I was making myself sick on it. So when I found out there was an alcoholic version of that, I was like,
Let's get in there.
okay, let's do this. And Tri-City only really had Dee's Wicked Cider at the time, which great cider by itself, but they kind of stick to their own product, a little bit on the sweet side, and realize there's a whole variety of ciders out there, ranging from dries to sweets to fruities to apple flavors, pears. I mean, it's mind blowing. 3 years in the game now, and I'm still finding out new varieties and new tastes and flavors and whatnot. So
Damn. Okay. So, I mean, me too though. Like me, I like beer, but I can actually sit down and enjoy a cider. Like, I'm not the type of person to come home and let me have a beer. Like, I can actually pop a can that leaves open or something. As I think I've told you before, like Fridays all week or something, I'll be drinking. We buy our stash every weekend. We're regulars here. Me and my wife are regulars here. We come every weekend. We buy our cans, and every day I'll drink sider or two, to get that little good buzz going, and just kind of go to sleep.
It goes down so easy.
Yeah.
That's
why you can
easy.
enjoy it, right?
Yep.
That's why I like it. But you never really had a cider, have you, Chocolate?
Not like this, no.
No?
Just out of a bottle, buy a 6-pack, but
So just right now, just by trying that, what do you think?
I want to slime it, but I'm gonna enjoy it, bro.
Okay, yeah, that's cool, man. So you said as a kid, pretty much, when you started drinking, I'm not sure when you started drinking, but you just never cared for beer?
Honestly, was never a really heavy drinker. I don't know the exact time frame, but it was probably when I was 5 or 6. My stepdad let me try a warm Coors Light, warm Bud Light, some warm beer that he was sipping on at that time. I'm just like, hey, let me try. He's like, you sure? I'm like, he's like, you're not gonna like it. I'm like, no, yeah. And I'm pretty sure that ruined beer
Just
for me.
forever.
So, so when I was older, and all the high school kids are drinking, going to parties, and whatnot, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna play some video games and chill out and relax. I'm good.
Good with that.
By myself. I don't mind the whiskeys and the rums and whatnot, but I feel trying to drink those all the time isn't sustainable for your health.
Yeah.
And if you want to be snobbish about it, I mean, you can get expensive. Like alcohol's expensive, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So cider just kind of seemed like the natural option for me as time moved on, and realized, this is good stuff. And like you said, it gets you drunk. Like
Yeah, it definitely. I can vouch for that. It definitely does. I can vouch for that.
Be
one.
responsible though.
Be responsible. Yeah,
Yes.
be responsible. Don't drink and drive. Just enjoy this in the comfort of your home, or come see Nate over here at TC Cider House. I see it because you have like you can play video games here. The video game corner.
Yep. So we got our game corner over there. Got the old school NES, old school SNES, and like old school, but the newer ones that were released a couple of years ago with the preloaded games and whatnot. Got those. Bring your own consoles down. The TVs are hooked up for it. I mean, bring your Xbox, bring your PlayStation.
Damn.
I think honestly, next week, July 2nd, we have a Switch Mario Kart tournament thing.
Oh,
You have tournaments here?
So we're gonna have a couple of people bring their Switches down, play some Mario Kart.
There you go.
It's something that we haven't really done yet. Between getting that set up finally, and then just working a bunch, trying to sustain my life bills and everything. It's like, haven't really put much focus into it, but it's my dream. I think it's a lot of people's dream to get paid to play video games.
That's my dream for sure.
Have some cider and drink while you're doing it. It's just like I'm in a unique position to be able to do that while
you can enjoy this type of alcohol with food, definitely, because you can't really drink beer with everything.
Yes, that's very true.
This you can slam down with some chips, with any type of food.
So
and also,
I'm
real
glad
quick,
you brought that up. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
No, we're talking about food, so yeah, that's.
I wanted to bring this up. The meat market menu. That's
right next door.
That's
Right
next door.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have the food, like you can order it from over there and bring it in here to eat, huh?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, the meat market, the small hours that we're open, and Fresh Leaf is open. I mean, they got good salads, sandwiches, wraps, soups, all that good stuff. The paninis, the meat market on the other side of the bike shop. I mean, quesadillas, burritos, tacos. So the birria dip.
Okay.
Oh, they got that birria dip too.
They got a ramen that they make out of that. I mean, it's
birria ramen. Yep.
It's all good. Then you got porters just a little bit further down. So you got your smoked meats, your jalapeno poppers, your brisket.
A little bit more barbecue over there.
But I mean, bring in anything and everything.
Yeah.
Making up something at home, and you're like, hey, let's go visit Nate at the Cider House. Or if my coworker's working, Jesse, bring it down. Order up some pizza, grab some Chinese food across the street. I mean, food and cider pair well together. I need to educate myself a little bit better on that myself, just to see what foods pair best. But I mean, it's I feel to a degree it's subjective. Like you might have certain ones that pair better with this or that, but if you're enjoying the food and the drink, it's not a bad pairing at all.
It's just a good time over here then.
And that's what I'm saying, kind of going back to, like, I can actually sit there and eat some food and drink this. I can't do that with beer. I definitely can't do that with beer. I don't think anybody can really, but.
I mean, they can, but I'm sure they don't like it.
I guess once you're drunk, I guess it doesn't really matter. But I mean, you can drink whatever,
Things taste a little bit better when you're a little bit.
That's what I'm
sauced
saying.
out,
It's like
right?
whatever, give me whatever you want. But yeah, like
Little
even
saucy.
like 2 weeks ago, we came with my wife. I brought the sweet and sour chicken and rice.
Oh,
and then
yep,
she
yep.
brought California sushi rolls. We came here, just chilled with Nate.
What'd you pair with that?
I think we had this. I think
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we just got all three of them together. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So video games, food, and then some good cider and different variety,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I'm excited about taking some of this stuff home.
He's been wanting to get
We
this.
can do this.
I've been saying, like, yeah, man, come over, man. But he's been excited to take some home with him.
So we got growler fills. Make up a mixed pack of 12-ounce, 16-ounce, or 19-ounce cans.
Yeah, you have like
mix
a
and match.
like a create your own pack, right? You take whatever.
Yep, got a couple coolers full of not all the ciders in the world, but a good handful of ones that people like around here. And seriously, just mix and match your packs. We got growler fills, so if you have any type of sealed container, we'll figure out a price for it. But we have our own growlers, 32-ounce, 64-ounce. So come down, fill something up, take it home, bring some food down, however you want to work it. Enjoy some cider. That's the bottom line.
Hell yeah. Do you have the growler yet with the new design you're talking about? Do you still have it or no?
I don't have any of them right now. I'm kind of embarrassed that I don't have them to show off. I need to order some up, but it's one of those, like, you need to order X amount at a time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to wait till I have this, and this to order up, because the more you order, the better deal you get. And I just can't see making 3 orders 2 weeks apart from each other and spending X amount more dollars.
Yeah, no, definitely I want one of these glasses for my ciders, but I want one of those growlers, you know what I'm saying? Just
the ones you just pop open, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even have a spare one. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
Failure.
Failure.
A lot of people don't know about this place. I didn't know about this place.
It's crazy. For as much as I feel people know about it, I get new people coming in every day saying, oh, we didn't know about this. I heard this from my friends, or we were driving by and we looked over and like, oh, what's that? You know, I wish I could just, like, point at people and be like, oh,
It's over here.
you know, just give them all the information for the Cider House. But yeah, find us on Facebook, TC Cider House, Instagram, TC Cider House. We have our TikTok channel.
Oh, TikTok too, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't do much on there, admittedly. I need to do some more.
You got to do
cider
some dances and
reviews.
stuff, you know, get the trend going. Get on top of the can and just do a little
So
something.
it's mainly cider reviews. Me and my coworker would just do something like this. I'd just set up my phone and do like a little 2-3
That's actually a good
review.
idea. That's a very good idea.
Do you do any strange mixes, like something that's kind of is odd but it tastes good?
Oh.
I'm sure you like experiment, right?
Yeah, almost all of them to a degree are odd. I mean, I've had some mixes that were just like, oh, you know, theoretically on paper it sounds great, and then you get to tasting it and you're just like, that was not a good idea at all. And then you get other ones you're just like, that sounds disgusting, and then it tastes real well.
Yeah.
You know, mixing that locust vanilla bean, that's a good one to mix with just about anything. But there's a handful of ones that I've mixed that with thinking it was going to be good.
Yeah.
And once again, not so good. Case in point, the non-alcoholic root beer we have on tap.
Oh, that's right.
Thinking, okay, vanilla and root beer, it's like a root beer float, right?
It sounds good.
In theory,
Yeah.
yes. Well, what happens is you actually get some of that apple flavor from the vanilla bean cider coming through, and that mixed in with the root beer and cream taste, that doesn't mix.
Didn't
so
work
it's just
out?
like you want things to work, but
it was a surprising.
sometimes it doesn't.
That sounds like a surprising fail. It was vanilla and root beer. You think would go good together, you know? But.
Ideally, what I do want to do sometime though, and I probably should do it sooner rather than later, bring in some ice cream. Just do like
some
'cause
floats.
some
cider floats. Okay.
Most
Damn, some
definitely.
cider floats.
Yeah.
We got the root beer, so people are gonna do that for sure. But do some cider too.
That vanilla
Damn.
bean, float sounds really.
The vanilla, just a regular apple,
Damn, I
a
never even
strawberry,
thought about
some
that.
of the peach right up on top.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, make it real legitimate peaches and cream at that point.
That sounds fire. Damn. Okay. So, if someone to come in here, what are some ciders you recommend, like for starters? Like someone coming in here brand new to the game, ciders, you know, like what would you recommend, like to lightly start them off, like to try them out? Probably vanilla bean would be one of them, right?
Vanilla bean would be one of them. I'd ask them though if they enjoy just any regular apple, because I always try to keep just a base apple on tap.
Okay.
Whether it be a sweet or a dry, ideally I want to keep a sweet and a dry on just a regular apple, because from there I can gauge, hey, if you like sweeters, stay away from the drier ones.
Yeah.
Okay, do you like fruits? Okay, yeah, you do. And then from there, okay, the papaya, you know, any of the cider boys, any of the sweeter ciders we can do. It's just more or less just asking questions and seeing what they like, and then guiding them from there. It's not overly difficult, but you get the people that come in and they're just like, there's so many ciders. I'm like, okay, there's only like 12 of them, and like there's really not that many. Out of all the ones I could have, we have some good ones.
But I'm sure out of the 12, you have like probably endless mixes and stuff.
For sure, and that's the thing. It's all subjective too, and you know, people are like, oh, what's the best cider? It's like, well, in terms of sales, in terms of what people say it's good, like what category are we ranking that cider on?
Yeah. So you have one, like yourself, you have one that you like to drink in the winter?
Most definitely.
Ooh.
So we don't always get that one on tap, but it's it's called the Snow Globe.
Snow Globe.
from One Tree Cider up in Spokane.
What is that?
And
one
it's
like?
a mixture of a whole bunch of their other like yearly ciders, and then some of the ones they only make around the winter time.
Yeah.
They mix all that together, put a little bit of edible glitter in there,
Oh,
and
what?
so it swirls around.
Make it look nice.
And the best way I can describe it is it tastes like Christmas.
There you
You
go.
know, it's not.
You hear that, Cynthia? Tastes like Christmas.
You get a little bit of the cinnamon in there
Yeah.
because there's a caramel apple cinnamon. You get a little bit of the cranberry flavor. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's a little bit of the
What?
pumpkin spice because like some of the
Oh, yeah.
some of the other like pumpkin spice flavors are coming through. I think it's the lemon basil in there. I mean, it's
Yeah, definitely
could be
sounds
some
like
of their
a must get
huckleberry
right
too
there.
because it has a darker
Damn.
color. I mean, it's just
Mm.
it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
try that one. Definitely try
A
that
lot
one.
of just the base pumpkin spice flavors around winter time are good. Winter,
Well,
fall.
What about, okay, winter? What's your summer drink?
Oh gosh, the lemon basil from One Tree is always a good one. I mean,
Refreshing?
One Tree is just all around good cider yearly. Lemon basil though, because it's like a nice little like summertime shandy.
There you
Not
go.
overly
Okay.
sweet, not super dry, like not anywhere dry by any means. Not tart. You know, the basil kind of cancels out some of that lemon citrus tartness, but you still
Okay.
get some of the flavor coming through. And then another good citrus one is the Schilling grapefruit and chill. And I'm pointing to a
Oh, yeah,
can
we've
up
had
there.
that one before. Yeah.
And that one,
was really good.
not a big grapefruit fan by itself. Just like cutting open the fruit and everything. It's like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This cider though, it takes the essence of that grapefruit and gives it a little bit of crispness.
Yeah.
And one of the first times I really truly enjoyed the grapefruit and chill was after mowing my front lawn a couple of years ago.
Okay, there you go.
I just got back in the house. I was like, oh man, I
Frosty.
need a cider.
Mm. They do be hitting hard. They do be hitting hard
Yeah.
afterwards. Hell yeah.
It was good.
So what's your favorite cider like that you've ever had? What's the best one you've ever had in flavor?
The Christmas one sounds pretty hard.
It
though.
sounds pretty hard. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh gosh, there's so many good ones. So a couple of years ago, I went to a cider festival at the McMinimans Cornelius Roadhouse Pass over in like the Hillsboro area, and it was Two Town Cider House, and it was a variant of their Pacific pineapple, but they took the Pacific pineapple, infused it with like a coconut rum type flavor.
Yeah.
I don't recall the ABV on it. It was higher for sure. It was higher than a 5% because like, and granted we had a couple tokens, so we're already drinking some cider by that time. But after that one, I was just like, man, I'm feeling really good. And it was like the tropical three-way, but better.
Better
I
than
don't-
tropical
I don't
three-way?
even know how to describe that. Like it was just, it was better. And
more tropical here.
yeah, by the end of the night, we had some tokens left over, and we cleared that keg.
Damn.
It was good.
Cleared that keg. Damn.
Just no more.
Okay.
There was another cider that, once again, One Tree up in Spokane did. One Tree, you guys should just get up to One Tree. Just
Mhm.
check it out for
Yeah.
sure. They had a key lime pie cider, and it was exactly how you would think a key lime cider would taste. You got the graham cracker coming through, the lime, but not overly sweet. You still got some of the citrus, but some of the creaminess coming through. Like it was a perfect little one-off that they did.
Dang.
And they didn't can it up, they didn't bottle it up. It was just we made some of this and that's it. And they've never made it again, so I'm kind of disappointed.
I was gonna ask you if that's something you're gonna bring over here or what. That's what I was gonna ask you.
No, but there's an upside to this story in the
Okay.
sense that Square Mile Cider out of Portland
Mhm.
has made a key lime pie cider, and was supposed to get it this last week, but was out of town for a couple days, so I didn't want to worry about distribution and having them come in and no one's here. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's like, nah, I'm not gonna deal with that. So, try to order it up again next week, and it should be in this next week. So,
Oh, man.
crossing my fingers, it's just as good, but
Yeah.
try to live my life as no expectation, so I'm never disappointed.
That's good. Yeah, that's very
Alright.
good. I like that.
Don't get too hyped up because then you don't get knocked down too far.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So when you go out to look for ciders, you go like to Portland, Spokane. You go out like branch out or?
Yeah, mainly Portland because they have a distribution center over there that I can get ciders that I can't get over here.
Yeah.
And how am I going to work around this? Because it's the laws are tricky, right? You know, you can't, like, certain ciders you can't sell because other
really?
distribution centers have access to that.
Oh.
So I like to think I'm bending the rules more as like breaking some laws by selling some ciders over here that I probably shouldn't be selling. But ideally, who's going to know? I mean, more people are going to know now, but cider diversity, we have almost everything.
Trying to have everything over.
But yeah, mainly Portland. I will go up to Spokane sometimes just because there are one or two cider companies up there. Liberty Cider Works that don't distribute through, you know, a major distributor, so you pretty much have to go pick it up yourself, which is fine though. I don't mind doing that because that's just kind of a tax write-off in the sense that, oh, I got to go travel somewhere and pick up some ciders. Bummer.
Yeah, that sounds fun, dude.
Bummer. Okay. And I think we talked about this before. Like, how long have you been here in this location? Because you had one before this, right? And then you moved here? Right?
No.
This is your first location?
This is our first location.
Oh, okay.
So this is the crazy thing. Like, the whole idea of the cider house came together like puzzle pieces falling. You know, it wasn't. I've always wanted to do something.
Yeah.
In the sense of my own restaurant, own cafe. I didn't know what. Ever since I was a kid, it was just always like the whole concept of the service industry. And that was my first job, was over at the Kennewick Red Robin when I was 18. You know, I've been in the restaurant industry 20 some years now.
Yeah.
Working my way up through expoing, busing, cooking, bartending, serving, made a manager, you know, almost everything. So when I moved back from Portland, that was kind of the natural consensus of, okay, I could keep on doing, you know, the cooking, the back of house stuff, because at that time I was kind of burnt out on dealing with people in the front of house, bartending. Like, it's like, I just need some time out from society in general.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, as much as I like being in the kitchen and cooking, I don't want to do that all the time.
Yeah.
And became a manager over at Ice Harbor Brewing Company for a couple of years, and then right before the pandemic, was let go from that position. But I was set up, like, literally weeks before the pandemic hit. I was already on unemployment and everything.
Damn.
So I just kind of rode the wave of all the extra funds,
Oh,
living my
yeah.
life. I was like, okay, cut my lifestyle back to bare bones, like cheesy roll-ups every day, oatmeal every day,
Hell
like,
yeah.
but still sustaining, and then funneling everything else into the cider house.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we didn't have a first location, but a couple months before I got let go, we found the cooler up in Spokane at an auction. You know, it's old rundown bowling alley, casino, restaurant type place. A couple months before, the owners just walked up and left. So the landlords of it, who happened to be our landlords here, were holding you know, an auction and sale for everything. My dad ended up finding this cooler for like a tenth of the price of a normal cooler. I mean, it's damn near brand new, and he paid like $1,200 or $1,300 total for the cooler and all the taps for it. So that was one of the puzzle pieces that I was like, okay, well, we just saved $10,000, $12,000 right there total. It's like, this can actually work because we have a major component to the cider house now going forward. And then talking with the landlords down there, they're like, oh, you know, that's cool that you want to do that. Do you guys have a location? And we're like, well, no, we're just kind of like piecing this together as we go. They're like, oh, well, we own some property down there on George Washington Way. And I'm just like, that's a busy road.
You're like,
it's like, okay.
Right.
And so doing some research, and granted, this was, I think, 2019, 2018 numbers. The number of traffic cars, you know, in front of this location between these two intersections was like 44,000 cars a day.
It's a busy ass road.
I mean, it was pretty busy. So I'm thinking, okay, if I can just get a fraction of those people to come off, especially waiting in hand for traffic, come in, grab a cider, you know, hang out, do whatever,
Right.
in addition to everybody else. I was like, this is actually a feasible idea.
Yeah.
And, you know, here we are 2.5, 3 years later.
It's cool.
You know,
Still going.
talking about it, and we're hanging on. I like to think that the airplane is built and we're over the ocean. We're like, running out of fuel. Like, we're running out of fuel. I don't see really a landing spot. We're just, if we have to coast to wherever, like, we'll coast, but we're just doing our thing. I mean, if it ends up going down, it ends up going down. Like, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not trying to be like doom and gloom and everything, but things are tough right now. That's why we're doing the e-bike raffle and everything.
Ooh, let's talk about that real quick. I see
as much money as we can through the door to save the cider house.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that you had that. So what do you got to do to get to that e-bike of yours? Or what's the story of that e-bike?
Okay, so store the e-bike. I got it for a stupid good deal. Like that's pretty much it. The owner of the Pedigo store, which is literally right next door to us, it's kind of in between that and the meat market. I think it was 2019. The whole company had a deal of we could be an ambassador to the company, right? So he'd send people over here if they're thinking about buying a bike, and basically I would give them a 10% off card. And 10% off a $2,000 bike,
it's a lot.
It's a couple $100, right? So, and I had like 20 of these cards. And the thing is that 10% wouldn't just be saved, but it would go to an account for me. So over the course of a year, 7-8 bikes were sold. It just stacked up. So the end of the year, last December, I had like $2,000 credit. So I'm just like,
cash that in.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with the bike. It's like I said, it's like 0.2 miles on it. Rode around the building twice. I got it for stupid cheap, and then we're like, let's be realistic. I'm not going to ride a bike. Like I know myself. I'm not going to ride a bike. I had good intentions, wanted to, but at this point, just between everything going on and working 2 jobs, 6-7 days a week, it's like I don't have time to even try to do that. So at this point, it's just trying to sell it. So we're having a raffle for it, $25 a ticket. I want to sell at least 100 tickets. So every ticket's a 1% chance to win. And that covers all the cost I want out of it. So if I sell more tickets than that, cool. I want to do at least that. But yeah, $25 a ticket. Probably have the raffle. I want to try to have all the tickets sold by the end of July. Yeah. So by boat race weekend, art in the park weekend, a couple cool local events that we have happening down here, which I'm sure you guys could have later episodes on and whatnot.
That'd be done, vlogs.
But yeah, I want to have it done by then, and then hold the ticket drawing sometime in like the first week of August, and hopefully someone's riding a new
e-bike.
Hopefully
me.
End of then.
Hopefully me. I'm gonna be mine. I want that bike.
But yeah, I mean it's a Pedigo Element version 2.0. It's one of their newer Element version. I mean, tires are a little bit bigger, and you can add on a whole crap ton of things to that bike. I mean, I've seen some of the ones all tricked out and whatnot, and they're pretty sweet. Some of the helmets that they got nowadays, Bluetooth helmets. So if you and your friend are riding, you can be like X amount of yards away from each other and still talking to each other, like perfectly clear as day. Hook it up to your phone. Like when you start getting technology and things that you didn't think technology should be involved in, it gets kind of crazy.
Damn, okay.
That's all I can say.
When does the raffle start for this? When can you start buying tickets?
It starts today. I put everything together.
Today,
I made the post. Tickets are live as of whenever we open up. An hour and a half or so.
Okay.
1 p.m.
Ooh, okay.
So
you gonna get your ticket on there?
I'll get my ticket in there. Hell yeah, I want that bike. I have a big dog, so I tried to take him on the bike, and so that'd be nice to just have him on that,
Yeah, and so it's all, like I said, electric bike, pedal assist. I mean, I think the fastest I've gotten up to it was like 14, 15 miles an hour. Damn. And that was like not even the fastest it can go.
They got some beefy tires on
there.
But yeah, bigger tires, so you can do a little bit of off-roading. I wouldn't be like no BMX star on it or whatever. I wouldn't do what you want. If you win it, do what you want. I'm out. I'm away from it after that. But it's a pretty cool bike.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope, man. I'll put a picture in here for you guys to see it. We're looking at it right now, but I'll put a picture so you guys can see a little video or something right here.
Yeah, the picture of the bike, and then I'll put the info down so you can get your tickets in there, try to win it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Also, you're talking about events. What kind of you have events here? I know I was very, very sad. He has a lot of office events, right? a trivia night?
So we did have one.
Damn it.
So I guess let's start. That's all right. Every Monday we have a weekly trivia. 6:30, 6:45 it starts. Pretty much runs until we close down 8 o'clock, 9 or so. And that's been pretty solid. But we need a couple more teams to come down. So if you guys know anyone, or if you think you got some general knowledge trivia questions, get your team down.
If you guys
and
run
come
another
do some
office
stuff.
one, we're gonna come up with a team.
So and that's the thing. We've been having themed trivia events
Yeah.
too once a month. The first one was The Office, I think in February,
yeah.
and then we've done a couple others. Just yesterday we had our first Disney quiz. So it was Disney Part 1. So it was like more like old school Disney,
Oh, yeah.
more like Lion King, Little Mermaid, all that
Damn, that was
stuff.
our
We would have been in there
Damn.
too.
And then we gotta set up a couple more, but Disney Part 2 is going to be more like Star Wars, Marvel, some of the newer acquisitions of the Disney empire at that point. I've been told we should do a Futurama quiz.
Dang,
which
Futurama.
That's hard too.
I think that's going to be good. You know, we had our Parks and Rec quiz. We had the Office one,
Yeah.
but I want to do an Office Part 2 just because.
Definitely.
Can I suggest one?
Yeah.
Back to the Future quiz.
Damn, a Back to the Future
Ooh,
quiz?
you know what I'm saying?
What?
That one I
Oh,
feel
he's
like
thinking
we
about
nice.
it. He's just like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We get we got some quizzes to plan out, I guess.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So, I mean, can we get like a sneak of like when do you think Office Part 2 maybe? Because we want to be there for that one. We want to be there for that one.
Might vlog it. Okay.
Yes, we're gonna vlog that one for sure.
We don't have anything set up for July, August, or September, so I would like to think one of those months would
Yeah.
be the Office Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be as early as July, could be August.
Except for that.
I honestly like nothing's set in stone plan right now, so I can just say like, oh, we might have that.
That gives
But-
us time to go rewatch the whole season.
That's what I'm saying, we're giving-
For real, me and my
You know?
girlfriend just finished up. I think she just started it again. She's like, "Didn't you just finish the finale?" Like we actually woke up and it was playing because we fell asleep watching it. And
But even with me though, like when I go home, like I don't really watch a lot of TV, but whenever I turn on TV, I just put on The Office on Comedy Central and have as background
Mhm.
noise. I mean, I think everybody does that, right?
Yeah.
We just
that's what I did for years when I was on Netflix.
There you go.
yeah, it's just a Comedy Central now all the time, so I watch it on there.
So my girlfriend got the Peacock subscription.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
on there.
And she paid like $20 for 2 years or something like that. It was like stupid cheap. It was one of those
Yeah.
like, okay, if you're an idiot if you don't do this. So yeah, fortunately I have access to that pretty much
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
whenever, not via Comedy Central.
That works though. Hell yeah. Okay. Do you have any crazy stories here at the Cider House? Anything that's craziest things that's happening here?
This is amazing, by the way. I'm almost out.
He's been chugging it over here.
It's so good.
That's my favorite one, man. I'm telling you.
Crazy
is a
stories.
When people are here, they usually get like like a really drunk person here, or
So I guess that's the thing. Like we try to keep it low key. Like I don't
Yeah.
want too much crazy stuff happening.
Big old fight club.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have like I'm
Bar
not trying to
fight.
definitely overserve anyone. Not trying to like be
What I'm thinking of,
irresponsible and drinking.
Coyote Ugly type stuff over here, just dancing on the countertop.
Well,
No.
you don't want to see me dancing on the countertop.
It seems like a calm, chill spot where you can bring your food,
Mhm.
play some video games, you know,
Mhm.
enjoy a cider with whatever you're
Not
eating.
only that though, you do have like board games as well, right?
There you go.
we
play-
got a plethora of board games. You know, just
Anybody flipping Monopoly in here?
not yet.
Over this.
Not yet.
I didn't land on your hotel, bro.
I'm sorry, I don't have that money. I can't pay you that
That's what
rent.
I'm
I'm
saying,
sorry.
goddamn. It's not real life.
No, everyone's been pretty chill here for the last
Yeah.
couple of years. Had a couple like sketchy looking homeless people walking around out front. I would like to say I have some crazy stories, but it's like the craziest story I have is, no one got stabbed. Like that to me is
always
a crazy
good-
story because
that's
like,
always a good day, right?
it's like you don't want bad things to happen.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, it's
It seems like it's super common here. You know how calm it is? They got Bob Ross playing in the background.
Yes, sir.
For-
Oh, that's
for
one thing
real.
I want to talk
Yep.
about. Every time I've come in here, I'll be drinking right over there, and we see my boy Bob Ross up there on the TV.
pretty much cooking channels or Bob Ross. 'Cause,
That's dope.
You know, it's food and cider pair well. twice a month we have Fireflight Studios come down and do a
That's
paint
right.
and pint and whatnot, which is actually happening today at 2.
Okay.
Which you guys are going to see this way after 2 o'clock. But
Yeah.
if you're around at 2 o'clock at the Cider House, come on down. There you go.
That's something you have kind of regularly, right? Like the
Fairly,
painting?
yeah, fairly regularly. At least one Wednesday a month and one Sunday a month. And then for the next 2 months, July and September, the first Friday of those months, we'll be doing like a special tree series painting, like different trees in different seasons and whatnot.
Okay.
So yeah, Fireflight Studios does that. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, see what they have to offer, and come on down and the Cider House and do a paint and pint, because what's better than painting a picture and drinking at the same time?
How relaxing does that sound?
That's
man?
a perfect mix right there.
That's super relaxing. Can you bring some food too?
Oh yeah, for
bring
sure.
some food. You can paint. You can drink.
Always bring some food to the Cider House. Like, don't. It's not even a question. Just
But make sure if you bring food, you got to bring some for Nate too. Though.
There you go. I was about to say
You
that
have to
too.
bring some for Nate though.
at least offer it. I mean, just be like, hey, do you want something?
If he's looking at you,
sometimes
just don't look at him back.
Well,
just
and
offer.
here's the thing, because my morning job is a prep cook over at Fable Craft Wine Bar.
Oh, really?
and
Okay.
everything. So, pretty much every morning that I leave there, it's like, oh, what am I going to get to eat now? Which they got bomb food, bomb drinks. Definitely check them out too.
Fable, huh?
It's the
Okay.
old RF McDougal's building. On
okay.
Columbia Park Trail, kind of right there by Rattlesnake Brewing Company.
Okay.
A lot of local shout outs on this episode.
Local shout outs.
Yeah.
That's what we're about here at the podcast, man. We want to support
Yeah.
our local businesses, support, local. Just we're out here, man, with local businesses and stuff. So
Mom and pop shops. That's
Yeah.
the backbone
Yeah.
of America. I mean,
Yeah,
some
and
might
I'm-
think it's like Applebee's or something, but it's not.
yeah, and I mean, I think we talked about this on the last episode, but like a lot of people, like they say Tri-Cities is boring, and like but they don't, like you said right now, people don't know about this.
Dude,
place,
okay, so I was one of those kids growing up, and like I
Okay.
said, 3 decades living here. Like dry shitties, there's nothing to do here.
Dry
It's like
shitties.
it is.
I've never
like,
heard that one before.
But it's one of those. Okay, well, don't be a little sourpuss and actually go find something to do, because there's parks, there's bike trails, there's wineries, there's axe throwing.
Axe throwing, that's right.
Yes,
Mhm.
There are a couple different places. You got different breweries to go to. There's events happening at all the local places. Seems like on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
Which, as much as I want to say, come to ours
Yeah.
every single time. No, don't go to other places, because everyone needs the support.
Yeah.
For sure,
there's-
man.
It's if you say there's nothing to do in the Tri-Cities, I'm going to call you out on your bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not looking.
Yeah.
okay, you're just sitting around, and that's fine. If you want to sit around and play some video games, that's cool. Like I'm the first guy to be like, hey, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I just want to be like,
too.
I just want to play some Legend of Zelda,
Yes,
Tears of
sir.
the Kingdom. Like,
There you go.
gotta get my Master Sword. Gotta take down Ganondorf. Like, we gotta get him. It needs to be done.
Yeah. Well,
So-
speaking of that, because you have another event coming up, right? Like there's gonna be like vendors here, right? July 15th, I want to say.
Yes.
Correct?
So, because I like to work all the time, July 15th is my birthday.
Hey, okay.
So, my coworker is going to be doing some stuff. She'll be, I don't think she'll be out of town, but she's unable to work. But then she's like, oh, yeah, we get drum up some business. So, we're going to do another outside market event that day from 4 to 8. Setups around 3 o'clock. But yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of local vendors coming down, selling all their goods, whatnot, out in our parking lot while we were slinging some cider.
Okay.
So,
What type of vendors are you gonna have over here?
Oh gosh,
Or is it gonna be a surprise for you? Surprise birthday for you?
I'm not sure exactly how many vendors total. I think probably around 10-ish, and it's going to range from, all the beads, earrings, the home craft stuff.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple artists down here selling some of their paintings. Might be. I don't think we'll have much food people, because they got to get special permits and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're serving the public while they're down here.
Yeah, that's true.
But we've had the I forget the company. It's the people that sell the banana bread. They're
I was Bonanza Bread.
pretty sure.
I was Bonanza Bread.
Almost positive. It's
The one at the Kennewick Market, right?
yes. Yep.
Okay.
We've
Shout
had
out, I was Bonanza Bread. We're
We've had
locals
those
there.
guys down here before.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you were to go down to the public market in
Yeah, yeah.
Kennewick. That's like stuff like that, like all that, whatever people sell.
Right.
I don't know what people sell.
Right,
it's
right.
it's stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of cool stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, that's going to be happening. Gosh, we have a lot more events than I think. I always downplay, like we have nothing going on at the Cider House, and it's like there's always things happening at the Cider House. So just come on down and check it out.
Oh,
Yeah, this stuff doesn't get you bloated, bro. I just slam this and then I'm gonna get another one.
No, and that's
Thinking
the
that
thing. Cider's, it's an easy drink.
It really is.
You know, you can have higher ABV ones that
Yeah.
you can slightly taste the alcohol, but it's not going to be like a beer. It's not going to be like a wine. And granted, beers and wines are great in their own respective categories.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to slam them by any means. I choose cider myself just because it's
Same
free,
here.
it's delicious. It'll get you drunk without realizing you're getting drunk.
Oh yeah.
Or sometimes you realize you're getting drunk. Like,
Yeah,
it just goes down easy.
that's what I'm saying. I think like my wife, does Eve like drink a lot, or your girl? No, like my wife too. She doesn't drink beer or nothing. But when she showed me about this and we came here, I was like, well, if you want to drink, you know, I'm down to take you over here. And she loves cider. She thinks about it all week, every weekend. You know, that's why we come here almost every weekend when we can. You know, and get like our weekly fix. You know,
Yeah.
Get your stash.
yeah, because like you're saying, though, you can sit here and enjoy this. Like I could just sit here, just sip a couple of those, you know, and feel good. Just okay, I'm good, you know. But
I can slam a couple more.
I know, I bet you can with those.
Hell yeah.
It's like it just
What's
drinks
that?
so easy.
I wanted to ask, what's that Bebop Bingo about?
Oh, so that's one of our other weekly events that we have, and that's every Thursday. Starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And think musical bingo. So you got 4 or 5 rounds,
Yeah.
and each round is a genre of music. So it's like country, you know, 90s pop, you know,
Yeah.
R&B, alternative,
Oh, R&B.
Disney
Yes.
songs, like you know, whatever. And there's so many songs in that genre, and then you know, you got your sheet with the song name and the artist
Yeah.
and your free spot, and then he plays the song. It pops up on the TV, so it's not like you have to like search for the song. And if you don't know what it is, you're like, I don't know what it is. You know, he basically tells you, and you just daub off
The bingo card.
your bingo card, and
That's
whatever, you know, whatever thing that it is to win. You know, it's like 4 corners or a line or X's or, you know, whatever he chooses for that round to be the symbol winner. And
What are the prizes about?
they range from you know, $5 to $10 gift card. Sometimes Andrew 3D prints some cool little things.
Okay.
Just not anything crazy. I mean,
Yeah, something fun.
It's free bingo. It's not like you're
Yeah.
going to win $1 million by playing a free game
Right,
of
right.
bingo. But
So I'm over thinking about
Oh,
getting
so-
this in a growler
Oof.
and
Don't do it to him.
playing frisbee golf or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Playing
something
frisbee
fun,
golf.
something fun. Just
Something outside, right?
while drinking. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
there's
always
nothing wrong
fun.
with that at all.
So talking about music, I want to tell you we have a segment that we do every episode.
Yes.
We say, what's in the whip? So that means driving to work, what do you listen to? What do you like to listen to?
Or driving home from work.
Yeah, driving home
Oh
from
my
work.
gosh, this is
So
going
let's
to
do
get crazy.
that. Driving to work, what pumps you up? Like, what kind of song do you listen to?
Or what are you playing here?
Yeah, what do you play here?
So here it's pretty much the Slightly Stupid station or the Offspring station.
Offspring?
I think Dirty Heads or one of the bands that we have a station of.
Mhm.
I like Queen myself. It's the
Okay.
Queen station, and like everything pretty much branching off from there. On my phone is a mixture of, you know, ranging from Dropkick Murphys, once again the Offspring, like a lot of like, I guess, alternative grunge type stuff, but ranges to like some Michael Jackson to I think I have like an Aretha Franklin song on there. Like
Classics.
It kind of just jumps all over the place.
That's a really like different.
But then I'll jump back to like Death Clock and
Okay.
and like some heavy metal and like
Yes.
like rah, 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 and you don't even know what they're saying. They're like,
Let's get ready for
okay,
cider.
Like,
Let's
oh
go.
gosh, this is some demonic type stuff right here.
Right.
But then in like, not that I'm like a music major, but
Yeah.
like death metal and everything, like the heavy type metal, that is closely related to classical music in terms of like I guess the complexity of some of the things, and like I said, I'm not even going to try to pretend I know anything about music, but it's related from what I understand. So, which is weird because I always liked, classical music growing up as a kid. Beethoven, Bach, Brahms, Mozart, all that stuff. 90% of the time, if I'm not listening to my phone to or from work or driving around, it's Northwest Public Radio classical station.
Damn,
Like
just
I'll get some news. Like I feel like some unbiased news of stuff that's going on, not left, not right. Just this is the shit that's going on in the world. Blah 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 blah, and then here's some classical elevator music. So it's like that's kind of calming to me.
Yeah.
So I mean, really the only genre of music I'm not a big fan of is like new country.
Okay.
Older country like 80s, 90s, Garth Brooks, Shania Twain, like Randy Jackson, all those. Like when I was a kid, that country, cool. Some of the newer type pop stuff.
Some of Morgan Wallen in here.
I don't even know who that is.
Who's that?
Chasing
But here's the thing. I don't know a lot of like musical artists, but I've listened to a lot of songs, so I might not know who sings a song or this or that. Or people are like, oh, Nate, like, do you know this song? I'm like, yeah, I've heard it. I couldn't tell you who it is.
So
or
Chris Stapleton and Morgan Wallen not in here? I don't know who that is.
He's like,
I have no idea. So, and that's the crazy thing. For the longest time, I didn't realize Queen sung a lot of the songs they did because, their musical was always a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it didn't connect till I was like 20 something. I'm just like, that's Queen.
like, hold on.
That's Queen too.
Right.
Oh, okay. But to me, it makes sense because like my musical, I guess,
It's all over the place.
is all over the place.
Yeah.
As long as it has like a good tune and I can
Yeah.
just kind of like vibe to it in some way, whether it be this emotion, whatever emotion out there, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
As long as it sounds good, doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I think I like every music except for country. I don't mess with country. That's it.
Which nothing against country. Like I'm not trying to knock country.
Yeah,
it's just it's not for me.
Yeah, it's
I
not
mean,
exactly. It's not for us,
Because obviously a lot of people have made money on it, and,
Yeah.
and it's a genre. It's out there.
Yeah.
You can't discredit it.
Yeah,
but
'cause,
it's
like,
just- it's not for me.
Yesterday we went to dinner to a Three-Eyed Kitchen in Richland.
Okay.
And they had a bluegrass playing, which is like
Fucking
blues
love
and rock. Yeah,
bluegrass.
dude. And I was like, there, like, this guy's getting down. Daniel Costello, I want to say, shout out to you.
You have the banjo going?
Yeah, no, he had the guitar going. He has the
Okay.
guitar, and then they had the drums going in the background, And he
So
was
some of the
getting down.
craziest bluegrass I ever listened to is Metallica tribute band called
What?
Iron Horse.
What?
And it's a bunch of Metallica songs, but done in bluegrass. Like I
What?
highly
Damn.
recommend you guys check it out.
Okay.
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse.
Iron
Bluegrass Iron Horse Metallica tribute. I kid you not. Like I almost prefer their versions of the Metallica songs
To
over
Metallica.
Metallica. Like it. Yeah, it'll.
Damn, I'm
like,
gonna look that up.
I don't know if you guys like smoke a little weed, smoke a
Yeah.
little bit of weed,
Mm.
turn that up,
Vibe
vibe out
with
to that.
Damn.
Like, it's almost a life-changing experience.
What? Okay.
It's probably not. It's probably just I was a little bit high when I was listening to it, so it felt like it was.
Yeah.
But it's like
Okay.
it's good stuff.
Hell yeah.
The world was about to end in like 30 seconds. What's the last mix you're going to have?
Oh.
Your last
Your
choice of cider
last cider that you could ever
that you
have.
can make yourself here.
If I only had 30 seconds, I don't think I'd have time to.
If you had
To
your last sip,
If
what would
they,
it be?
They tell you you can make your whatever cider you want, but after this, you're
Okay,
done.
so because this is like I get kind of crazy with these things.
Yeah.
The world's ending.
Yeah.
I can have any cider I want.
Yeah.
In the sense that I can just like open up a portal and pull out any cider
Yes.
that I want in the world.
Do it that
Yeah,
way.
that'll
Do it
work
that
too.
way. That works.
If I could do that,
Yeah.
I'd just jump in that portal wherever that cider was,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure that'd be like an alternate pocket dimension that the world wouldn't end in. So I would
Yeah.
just jump in that portal and have all that cider for myself.
Damn. Just thinking outside the box,
He
man.
just
Is that
went
weird?
over there with it too. He just said, "No, that's not gonna happen. That's
But
not going
in,
down."
in the
outside the
real
box.
sense, to answer your question,
Yeah.
probably just a basic run-of-the-mill apple cider, like a Blue Mountain Sweet. Like I wouldn't
Okay.
I wouldn't want anything crazy. Just give me a general apple flavor cider, so I
Okay.
can watch. It's almost like the ending of it's not Endor, it's Rogue One, where they're building the Death Star and everything.
Star Wars.
Okay,
Okay, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like the end of that. Like the Death Star test fires into the planet, and those people are sitting there because they got the plans out to the rebels. Excuse my language. They're fucked. They're like, you ain't doing anything other than watching that wave come at you. Yeah. So it's just like, to me, it doesn't really matter at that point. It's like, as long as I'm there experiencing it with a person that is dearest to me, give me water for all I care. Like,
yeah, man, we want to say a big thank you to Nate for having us here at TC Cider House. You know, thanks for having us here. Thanks for
Appreciate
the drinks, man. You know?
Yeah, it is nice, bro.
Tropical 3-way right here, and we got the peaches and cream over there. Yes. You know, try them out.
So many different mixtures.
You got your canned options. You can take the growlers home. You know, come over, hang out with Nate for a little bit, bring some food. You know, have a little date night. Nice little date night. You know,
right.
Bring it over here.
It really is. It's just a nice, chill, relaxed spot to come down and
just play some games, drink, watch Bob Ross. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
watch Bob Ross.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, I'll be doing that shit all the time.
Make some happy little trees.
Yeah, right. Happy little accidents. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo. You know,
bingo night. Yeah, look out for the Christmas.
Yeah.
Do the raffles here, and for the bike right here, and then July 15th is the next event coming up, right?
That's the next big one.
Yeah,
in terms of. You know, the outside market and whatnot. So
okay, so big shout out.
It's going to be here before we know it.
Yeah, big shout out to Nate. Do you have any shout outs you want to do? Any shout outs you want to give to?
Just
any other business you wanted to?
If not, you can just shout out yourself.
Shout out yourself, of course. You want to
definitely the Cider House, but Fresh Leaf next door. Our neighbors at Pedigo, you know, you can go rent a bike throughout the day. Mm-hmm. You know, there's so many bike paths around. The meat market, Porters, just any local. Really, any local family-run business that you can go to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Any of them.
Mom and pop shops, right?
Mom and pop shops.
That's what I'm saying. Support your local. Hashtag explore Tri-Cities.
Explore Tri-Cities.
Yeah. Hashtag explore Tri-Cities. We're out here, man. Any shout outs you want to give out, Chocolate?
No, just the Cider House. Thank you for having us, bro.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Life of Trap Podcast, episode 6. We out here.
Yes.
Out.